Hey y'all, Shante Kumar here. Thanks so much for joining me on another Tune In Tuesday. Today's chant comes to us from my guru, Paramahansa Yogananda. It's called Polestar of My Life. So I'm going to sing the chant for you, then we're going to discuss it a little bit because although it's a wonderful chant, has great instructions, it lacks a little bit of application or applicability, if that's the word I can use here. And I'm going to share with you how we can actually apply this song to our lives. So it's not just something we're hearing and it sounds good and feels good, but it's something we can literally start to experience and create. So the words are, I have made thee Polestar of my life. I have made thee Polestar of my life. Though my sea is dark and my stars are gone, though my sea is dark and my stars are gone, still I see the path through thy mercy. Still I see the path through thy mercy. I have made thee Polestar of my life. I have made thee Polestar of my life. Though my sea is dark and my stars are gone, though my sea is dark and my stars are gone, still I see the path through thy mercy. Still I see the path through thy mercy. I have made thee Polestar of my life. 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 So, as you likely surmised, the symbolism of, us being ships tossed at sea is pretty indicative of, I'm sure, of how many of us are feeling right now, right? Like our lives are this boat just tossing and turning on the waves, right? Sometimes flipping, maybe even capsizing over. And we get fearful and we're clinging to this little life that we know. We're like, why is this happening? What's going on? I can't see my path. How is this happening to me? What should I do next, right? And what it's saying is, when you keep God, when you keep Source, when you keep Universe first and foremost in your thoughts, in your actions, your feelings, then we will be guided to your next step. You will be guided through every situation and circumstance that you find yourself tossed about in. No matter what's happening, as long as you keep your mind focused on that pole star, on that North Star, on that vision, on that guiding light, you will find your safe haven. You will be led to the dock, you will be led to harbor, to rest, to succor, right? But how do we do that? How do we do that? Because just singing it sounds good, right? And feels good, but then what next? Well, I'm going to tell you two things to do so that you can start to actually put this into action in your life. The first thing is pay attention to your feelings. Pay attention to what you are feeling when circumstances and situations arise. because your feelings are pointing you toward what you currently believe about yourself, about what's happening, and about your life. So whatever feelings you are experiencing and expressing are based on a belief or a thought about what's occurring. And that's the second thing to be aware of. The thought that is giving rise to the feeling. Because the thought is most likely either not true and or not good for you. What do I mean by that? For example, if people are feeling a lot of financial stress and strain right now, there's all these things going on with inflation and gas prices and these gosh darn eggs. What's up with the eggs, right? All of these things. And it seems real and it seems true, and it gets to be very frustrating and anxiety producing and fear producing as well, right? But why is that? It's because the fear makes us feel like there's not enough of something. That, there's less resource, that there's less that we can have. Hi, Angel! That there's less that we can affect and that we can, in fact, experience, when the truth is that is not at all the reality that is governing this world, that is governing this plane. The reality is that we are sitting in abundance, and when you start to believe that, if I am a child of the universe and I am a child of God and they want me to succeed and I already have everything, then the fear that there is not enough is not true. So I don't have to feel that fear. I can start to think of, hi Angel Loves, I'm doing great, thank you. We can start to feel in, right, to what is true about the universal principle, which is that everything that ever is and ever was is happening right now, because that's all that there is. That's how we can start to get back into source, into truth, and how we can make that our Polestar of our lives, of how that can guide us out of all of the situations and the muck and the mire that we find ourselves drowning in at times. Being aware of our feelings, and being aware that our feelings are usually coming from a thought or belief that is incorrect and that is ultimately harmful to ourselves, to our core, to our being. And we have these thoughts and beliefs because it seems real and true out here on the world of form, right? It seems to be so real because we can touch it. So how is it not real? No, it's only real because we have embodied it. We have invited it in to be real, to be expressed. But what it's actually doing is allowing us to start to recognize that this that I'm feeling is not true about me at my core. So when we start to have these fears, worries, and doubts, they actually are a gift to us because they then share with us and remind us that we are now thinking and operating in a way that is incongruent with the universe. It's actually going opposite to what the universe wants for us and what truly drives us in our lives. So I want to get off my soapbox because I can keep going on about this. I will likely have more talks about this in the future, just because it is what I am about and what I believe needs to be shared more about how to escape, guys, how to escape out of the matrix of our minds. And I don't mean just by thinking positively either. Thinking positively doesn't work. I have a little thing that I'm going to be doing later on about that. Thinking positively is crap. Stop doing it. Okay? There's another way that actually works that I'll be sharing with you. And this is how we break free from the traps that we have put upon ourselves, from the chains that we have ensnared our souls into. And believing that we can break free and that we hold the key to that. All right, my loves, thank you so much for your time, for this space that you've allowed me to share in your lives. I will talk with you soon, and may you have a beautiful, blessed rest of your day and week. Ciao for now.